Hi friends, welcome back. Again in this video, I am going to help you master the new pattern which came in the prelims examination 2023. Guys, as per my assessment of the UPSC prelims paper in the recent years, let me tell you the new pattern which has been introduced in prelims 2023 is going to continue. And the person who is able to master the new pattern, that person will be able to qualify the prelims examination. And the people who are ignoring the new pattern, guys, let me tell you, they are again going to struggle in the prelims examination. So the key to success in the prelims 2024 is to ability to master the new pattern. Guys, I have already made one video how to master the new pattern in my YouTube channel. If you have not watched that video, I request you please go and watch. Today again I am going to give you one pattern. I am going to critically examine one pattern. I am going to give you tricks to solve that pattern of questions. And guys, also I am going to give you 5 to 6 important topics which can be expected on that pattern in the prelims examination 2024. So guys, that pattern is from the Indian polity. Let me show you the question, guys. So the topic of discussion is how to master the new UPSC pattern. So the pattern today which we are going to discuss is from the Indian polity. Guys, sometimes in the UPSC prelims examination we are seeing that they are giving two statements. Assertion and reason in the polity subject, and in one statement they are making the statement like this, that the Constitution of India defines, the Constitution of India provides, the Constitution of India mandates. Okay, and this is a common feature, and we have seen a lot of questions in the past also, particularly after 2020. Okay, UPSC has introduced this type of questions. Okay, so what I am going to do is that first I am going to read this question, then I am going to solve using my elimination technique, then I am going to give you the reason behind this elimination technique, then we are going to see few questions which have come in the recent past 2022, 2021, and in the end I am going to give you the list which I have prepared, the important topic list which is going to come in this prelims examination. Exactly the question is going to come in the prelims examination, and you are going to thank me on the day of exam. So let us see the question, guys. You can see statement 1 says the Supreme Court of India has held in some judgments that reservation policies made under Article 16 Clause 4 of the Constitution would be limited to Article 335 for maintenance of efficiency of administration. Statement 2 says Article 335 of the Constitution of India defines the term efficiency of administration. So guys, we have to understand here what is a constitution first of all. Constitution is what? The fundamental law of the land. Constitution is the foundational document of the land, of the state. What it contains? It contains the broad principles according to which the polity of the state is constituted and maintained. So Constitution will never give details. If Constitution will give details, the Constitution will become very bulky. Constitution will only give broad principles according to which the state is governed, according to the state is maintained. That is what is Constitution. Broad principles. Constitution will never give details, otherwise Constitution will become very, very bulky. Already Indian Constitution is said to be one of the bulkiest constitution of the world. Okay, so that is the main idea. So guys, if you see this statement 2 says Article 335 of the Constitution defines efficiency in administration. Guys, Constitution will never define. Let me just write down. Constitution generally never defines, never give details. It only give broad principles. Only broad principles. Why broad principles? Because Constitution is the fundamental law of the land. Okay, then laws are made by the parliament for details. Okay, so in such kind of questions where they'll give you one statement and the second statement will be talking about the Constitution provides for this, Constitution defines this, generally those statements will be incorrect. Why I am saying that this is a pattern of UPSC? What makes me say that no, this is not one example. It is a pattern of UPSC. I always say UPSC follows a scientific pattern and the candidate who understands this scientific pattern, he will be easily qualifying the prelims examination. Guys, I myself have cleared the prelims examination 6 times using this pattern, using this understanding. And I am going to give you this understanding. Let me show you another question on the same topic, on the same theme. Let us see this question on contempt of court. Pursuant to report of H.N. Sanyal Committee, Contempt of Court Act was passed in 1971. The Constitution of India empowers the Supreme Court and High Court to punish for contempt of themselves. The Constitution of India defines civil contempt and criminal contempt. In India, the Parliament is vested with the power to make laws on contempt of court. Okay. So guys, you can see here again statement 3, if you read carefully, statement 3 says what? Constitution of India defines civil contempt and criminal contempt. Guys, again I am saying Constitution generally never defines. Constitution generally never defines. Why? Constitution does not give you details. Never it will give you details. So Constitution will not define. So we can eliminate 3. Okay. So the point is, this is a set pattern. Let me give you one more example where they have used the phrase Constitution provides. You can see here, consider the following statement. The President of India can summon the sessions of Parliament at such places as he sees things fit. The Constitution of India provides for 3 sessions of the Parliament in a year, but it is not mandatory to conduct all 3 sessions. It provides for 3 sessions. Again, this is incorrect. Generally, any statement, Constitution mandates, Constitution provides, generally those statements will be incorrect. And third is, there is no minimum number of days required to meet. Okay. So guys, this is an incorrect statement. Statement 2 gone. Statement 2 gone. Statement 2 gone. We get the answer 1 and 3. But let me just give you better understanding of the topic. So guys, in polity, in constitutional law, this is little bit theoretical, but you should understand this. There is one thing called constitution. Constitution is what? It is the law of the land, comprising of principles, broad principles. And there are something called conventions. Conventions are what? Practices which are practiced since ages. Like even in Indian constitution, Indian polity, there are many conventions which are not written in the constitution. Conventions are never written. Conventions are never written. They are followed. They are followed. Like for example, in the British polity, we have lot of conventions. Some of the conventions we follow in India. Some of those conventions we don't follow in India. Generally in India, we have written something in the constitution. Conventions rules are less, but still there are convention rules. Okay. So now, what kind of questions can be expected in prelims 2024 on this theme? So guys, first thing which I feel is that they can give you basic structure. Why? This year we have 50 years of that. Basic structure. Is basic structure defined? They give like basic structure is defined in the constitution. This is incorrect. It is not defined in the constitution. Second thing, what they will give you? They will give you collegium. This also in use, collegium system. Is collegium system defined in the constitution? It is not defined in the constitution. Third, citizenship. Some provisions are there in the constitution, some provisions are not there in the constitution. It is there in the Citizenship Act. So mind it. Next, they can give you about what? Elections. We have RP Act, Representation of People Act, and there are some provisions in the constitution and some provisions in the RP Act. They may say, okay, the Constitution of India limits the expenditure of each and every candidate. No, it is not the constitution, it is the RP Act. So like this kind of questions, model code of conduct is written in the constitution. It is not written in the constitution. Model code of conduct is not written in the constitution. Okay, so like this, you can expect a question. Okay, next you can see here, okay, PIL, question on PIL. Then PM appointments, PM appointment. What is the process of PM appointment? Because elections are happening. How the new government, how the president asks the new government, prime ministers to form the government. This can be a question. So you can see this kind of questions can be prepared. Constitution defines basic structure. Constitution defines collegium. Constitution defines, okay, how the citizenship can be acquired. Constitution defines what is election expenditure. Constitution defines model code of conduct. Such kind of questions can be framed. Guys, you may expect such kind of questions. All these questions I have prepared in my most important tests. Guys, you can get these tests from this number. Telegram this number, you will get all these tests. Practice all these tests. All these tests are created with a mindset to master the new pattern. Guys, such kind of videos, are you getting anywhere in the country? Be honest. Be honest. Anywhere, any institute, any mentor in the entire country, is he giving you this kind of mentorship, this kind of, okay, analysis? This is what is required to crack prelims. Guys, Lakshmikant, NCRTs, every sincere candidate is reading. And let me tell you, 99% of those candidates are going to fail in the prelims examination. Why they are going to fail in the prelims examination? Not because they are not intelligent, not because they are not hardworking, not because they are not sincere, not because they are not dedicated. It is because they will fail to understand the demand of the exam. They will fail to understand what is needed in the prelims examination. Because it is not possible for every candidate to understand all these things. Because many of you are writing for the first time, many of you are writing for the second time. And if you are writing for the third and fourth time, and if you have failed in the first 3 attempts, then there is a burden of failure, baggage of failure. So guys, I am going to empower you. I am going to empower you to crack the prelims examination. If you follow my advice, if you follow my important questions, if you follow my important cards, no force on earth can stop you from the selection in the prelims examination. And I'm not saying this for the sake of saying, guys, let me tell you very frankly. I don't say anything where I do not have proof. I don't say anything where I do not have the things to substantiate. I have proved to myself when I was a student. I took this examination 6 times and I cracked 6 times. And as a mentor for the last 3 years, I am predicting so many questions in the UPSC prelims examination. You can go and cross check. So guys, again, I am requesting every one of you, if you want your next 21 days to count, if you want your next 20 days, only I think hardly 20 days are left. Get this as early as possible and practice them. Don't take your exam lightly. 1 year, the cost of 1 year you can't imagine. You can't even imagine what is the cost of failing prelims 1 year. Thank you guys. Please do consider liking this video if you felt that the content is really very good, and if you want me to continue this series of videos on how to master the new pattern. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.